From mold and maggots to missing safety equipment, family members of people living in local assisted living homes say the conditions are unacceptable. They came to WDBJ7 hoping for some help. Colby Johnson is here in studio tonight. And Colby, you've been looking into some of these complaints. So what have you found out?
Yeah, Kate, so I spoke with several people who are concerned about the conditions that their loved ones are living in at two assisted living facilities in our hometowns. One woman described the conditions to me as disgusting, and a local attorney who specializes in elder care tells me it's not uncommon for some facilities to place profits over people.
It's really nasty. You can smell the mildew in the air, and you can see it in the ceiling.
Elizabeth Overstreet's mother is a resident at North Roanoke Assisted Living on Williamson Road.
There's moldy areas in the ceiling. There's also smoke detectors that were taken down and were not put back up.
Overstreet says she's raised concerns to management over the last year, but nothing has been done. She says the facility appears to be understaffed and regularly has bed bugs and insects like maggots in residents' sheets and clothes, which you can see in these images she shared with WDBJ7. She says it's taking a toll on her mom.
She's very depressed. She doesn't get out much. She doesn't even go out of the room much. Her room's probably the most cleanliest place is where she's at in her room.
North Roanoke isn't the only facility where people have concerns. Donna Childress's mother lives at Summit Health and Rehab in Lynchburg, and she says it's a similar story.
It's a big mess. The ones there just don't care. I said, y'all are getting paid good money to take care of these little people. Why do you mistreat them so bad? I just don't understand.
Childress and her siblings say their mother hasn't gotten the care she needs at the facility, including after a recent fall. She says she shared her concerns with the facility's management in August, but nothing changed.
Oh, I got video of that sticky pee on the floor for 3 weeks. They would not clean it up.
It was the time that I went in there and it was 7 towels piled in the corner, and I went back 3 days later and the same towels were still sitting in the...
Saturated with pee.
The Virginia Department of Social Services website shows that North Roanoke Assisted Living has been inspected 3 times this year due to complaints, but was only found to be in violation of Virginia Code once for failing to follow a physician's instructions for giving medication to a resident. Summit Health was inspected following a complaint in May, but no violation was found. Lauren Ellerman is an attorney specializing in medical malpractice and elder abuse. She says her firm gets calls about assisted living facilities every week. She says many families don't realize how little these facilities are legally obligated to provide.
They are not actually healthcare providers under the law. Assisted living facilities are under the Department of Social Services. So what they are legally obligated to provide is very different from a healthcare provider like a nursing home.
Ellerman says assisted living facilities in Virginia are only required to have 1 nurse in the building, and their staffing levels are often very low. Ellerman says another reason for the problems seen in assisted living facilities is they often take on medically complex patients that they are not equipped to care for.
These facilities make money, sometimes $4,000 to $12,000 a month, on these patients, so they're hesitant to say, your loved one is too sick for us. Your loved one needs to go to a nursing home.
Ellerman says Virginia is one of the few states that doesn't have staffing requirements for these facilities. She says if families have concerns, they should file a complaint with DSS before pursuing legal action. And Kate, I reached out to both North Roanoke Assisted Living and Summit Health and Rehab multiple times since last week, including again this morning. And I spoke with some people over the phone there. They both took down my contact information last week, but never heard anything back there. And at this point, I still have not received a response from either of the administrators.
Yeah, disturbing allegations. Hopefully we do get a response at some point, but a lot to unpack with this story. Colby, thanks for digging into it.